Hey, it's Chris Beyer.
Chris Bowling.
This is CB Squared in Focus. Today we are focusing on Adam Vitale, president of G&M Distributors, one of our favorite companies. Adam, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you. Great to be here.
We are excited to hear a little bit of your background. If you wouldn't mind, maybe sharing a little bit of who G&M is and what's exciting going on with the organization, and maybe how you got to your spot within the organization as president.
Absolutely. Well, like I said, thrilled to be here today. I've been around G&M my entire life. My grandfather actually started the company in the 1940s, which obviously I wasn't around for that part, but been around it since I was a kid. Born and raised in Galesburg, Illinois. Left after high school, said I'm never going to come back to the family business. I'm going to be somewhere else in the world, and obviously here I am. But started working in the company when I was about 13 years old, cleaning the warehouse floors, repacking beer at the time. There were still returnable bottles of beer and soda, and so packing those to get on the trucks to go back to the bottler or the brewer, which is it was a lot of history here. Then left, like I said, and went fine-tuned some skills in school, and worked for several other companies, and then came back to Galesburg.
Oh, that's great. So I know G&M just celebrated, or is in the year of celebrating your 75th anniversary. Talk a little bit about that, what you see as that milestone, what that means for the company.
Absolutely. So started in January of 1946. So my grandfather started G&M with himself and three other people. They started just pounding the pavement, selling Schlitz beer from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. One supplier, that was it. That's how they got started. And then it just kind of evolved from there, adding different suppliers, wine, spirits, soft drinks, and things like that over the years, and then grew multiple times. My father came back to work in the 1970s for the company, and then worked until the early 2000s, and then I came back from there. But we've really grown from those three people to now just over 120.
Wow, that's great.
And what do you see as far as the horizon? I know, we've made through some challenges with COVID, with a lot of your customers being closed and being creative there for your beverage distribution. And then certainly we've had challenges with supply chain and things that are, maybe hindrances there, but what's the future look like for G&M?
Yeah, no education, nothing could have prepared anyone for 2020. And just like your business, we weathered the storm. Our phenomenal team members were out there, being a supply chain and a distribution channel. We never closed. We wanted to make sure that the market had our products and consumers continued to demand. However, there were a lot of pivots and changes due to all of our bars and restaurants closing overnight. So immediately 25% of our business was gone. And then that business obviously shifted to the retail side, but really forced us to be a little more dynamic as an organization. And just to quickly learn and figure things out. But again, our team really pulled together, did an awesome job. We saw some consumer patterns change throughout this time frame, so trying to react to those, anticipate those, and go forward.
Wow. So Adam, you talk about your team. Why do you think employees come to work there, and why do they stay?
We really, a few years ago, really tried to define our core values, and we determined that we want to be professionals, achievers, and number one partners. And the last one is most critical to me, number one partners. That means number one partners to our suppliers, to our customers, but also number one partners to our fellow teammates. And to me, that's important, is to have that positive morale, that willingness to go, no matter what division you're in the company, to work together. And I think that really is what drives us at G&M and makes us a better company.
I love that. And just like any employer, I'm sure you're trying to find talent.
We are.
Any spots right now that just come to your mind where you are really wanting to fill?
Like everybody right now, we're facing tremendous challenges with the labor shortages. One of our biggest challenges and opportunities is more commercial truck drivers. So our drivers that are delivering to stores, some opportunities in our sales team as well. So yeah, definitely have plenty of openings at G&M in both of our locations.
Excellent.
When you talk about your locations, Galesburg and Dixon, but how far do you touch? I guess you're in Illinois. You don't cross over into Iowa at all, or into Missouri, but.
Yeah, so we are in if you look at the state of Illinois, we're kind of the northwestern quadrant of that. And so we have at least operations Galesburg, Dixon. We go to the Wisconsin border and the Iowa border on our west. And we dip down. We don't go all the way down to Quincy, but like Macomb, Illinois, and in those areas.
Yeah. So a lot of geography. So
Yes.
anyone that's interested in looking at a career with G&M certainly can check out your website, and we'll post that as we go through. But when you talk about your drivers, is there, experience is needed? Do they have anything that would be a selling point to come drive for G&M? Because I know you have unique things that you offer.
Absolutely. One thing that's different about us is we're, like you said, we're only in Illinois, so we're an intrastate driving job. So you're home every night. Our drivers work 4 days per week, Tuesday through Friday. The only time they work a different day than that is if it's a holiday week or something like that, where we do a modified schedule. So usually about 10 hours a day. It's not an easy work because you're loading, unloading trucks. However, it's a good paying job that, like I said, gets you home every night, which a lot of commercial driver's licenses don't allow that. And at the same time, we'll also train someone to get their CDL, so they can come to us off the street without a CDL, and we will get them up to speed as fast as.
Yeah, very nice.
I think that's important. I like the flexible schedule with it. I think that's a topic that we hear from so many employers. It's not anymore just the pay and the benefits. It's also, how do you help me with my schedule? Because we shifted a lot through COVID with family and all those other responsibilities that are there.
Absolutely.
So Adam, I guess one of my final questions would be for you today is, in your experience with G&M and certainly with your family history, is there maybe a guiding philosophy or a quote or something you'd like to share that's helped you be successful in your career?
Sure. We kind of, our mantra at G&M is bringing people together and serving our communities.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of meaning behind that, and more in ways. It is about getting our products into the communities and then allowing someone to, crack open a beer, cheers a glass of wine, pop a bottle of champagne open. But there's more to it than just that. Is one thing that's in our DNA and our core philosophy is also giving back to the communities we serve. And being involved in part of the fabric of our communities is critical to us and our teammates. And we talk a lot about that at G&M. And to me, we're only as successful as the communities that we service. And so we want to do a great job and be great corporate citizens of all those communities.
Oh, that's really well said and very well noticed within our communities. I would agree. It's certainly an area that you are committed to that for sure. Well, Adam, we appreciate you spending some time this morning with us on CB Squared in Focus. Appreciate you joining. Thanks so much.
Thank you.